Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here after Carlisle have won 1-0 away from home at Cheltenham Town in a game that for us ultimately means nothing, but it does definitely put a dent in Cheltenham's survival hopes. You know, if they'd have won today, they'd have gone out of the relegation zone. But yeah, I've got nothing against Cheltenham, but it's just nice that even though we can't really save ourselves, we can still have a say in the relegation fight. And look, it's a goal for Sam Lavelle, and it's a clean sheet for the defence and for Harry Lewis, which, you know, hasn't come about too often this season, but it puts us up to 30 points, and, you know, which I'm glad about, because there was a point where it didn't look like we were going to make this point. There was a point in the season where I think we were on 23 points and we hadn't won in about 8 games, and it looked like we were going to finish the season in the 20s. And look, it ultimately doesn't matter, but I think there's something a bit more respectable about finishing in the 30s than in the 20s. We just don't look as bad. And you look at last season, Forest Green were relegated on 27 points, so, you know, to sort of put that behind us, if, you know, at least we're better than the team that finished bottom last year. It's a very, very small consolation prize, but yeah, I think there's positives to take from today. Of course there is. It's a win. It's a win in League One, and it's a clean sheet, which, you know, Cheltenham have famously this season, you know, they've set records for not being able to score, especially in the very early parts of the season. But yeah, it's just nice to get a win, and yes, it meant nothing really, but that front two that are going to start next season together in Luke Armstrong and Georgie Kelly, they've got another game together under their belts, you know, that they'll get more familiar with each other. I just want them to start scoring now. You know, I want to see a Armstrong assist to Kelly or a Kelly assist to Armstrong, for them two to start linking up properly to sort of carry that onto next season. But yeah, it for me, it was just a really good defensive display. Yes, Cheltenham had the best team going forward, but, you know, clean sheets have been so hard to come by this season. To finally get, you know, well, another one. It's a real positive. It really is. But yeah, there's not really too much to say on this, because most of what I've had to say about this season, I said in the last video. Let's just hope we can go on. Maybe not finish bottom. Maybe we catch Fleetwood up. You know, maybe we, you know, there was talks of us being one of the worst League One sides of all time. So, you know, if we can go on and not finish bottom now, that brings us a lot of pride going into next season, I think. Yes, we're the first team to go down, but, you know, a win just feels nicer, doesn't it? It feels nicer on the soul. It's just nice to get a bit of positivity, especially for a player that's come under so much fair, in my opinion, criticism in Sam Lavelle to have, you know, scored the winner today and kept a clean sheet. He rightfully will get man of the match, because I think he was brilliant in defence today. Paul Huntington back in the side, which for me means that, you know, Paul Simpson sees him as part of his plans next season, and especially with the brilliant interview Huntington came out and did just after I uploaded my video during the last game. You know, it's definitely nice to see. But yeah, all this game is, and all the games are running up to the end of the season, it's just about finishing on a high and bringing that good form into next season. But yeah, there's not really much more I can say, because yes, it's a good victory, but it's too little too late in the end, I suppose. But let's just see it out till the end of the season now. Give us something to cheer for Brunton Park, and bring on the good form for next season. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and in a bit.